This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'll be right
Good
back.
morning.
Good morning, good morning. Thank you. I'll put it right next to your stuff. Hi, Christina.
Morning.
Hello. Hello. You guys aren't going to believe what happened to my computer. My computer's the last one to be switched out because I'm always very afraid of what could happen. So I come in this morning and I turn on my computer and I go to my calendar, and every single appointment on my calendar ever is gone.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Yes, all gone, which means my schedule's opened up and I'm available for lunch now.
Wow. That's scary.
Insane. Insane. Poor Leo, he's having a heart attack.
Gonna say that might be a blessing in disguise.
It is. It feels all great.
Yeah, it's like email
Huh? What, Lynette?
email bankruptcy. You get to start all over again.
Well, my emails unfortunately are all there, but it's all my calendar appointments are all gone. And then I always load up my calendar appointments with other information. So, like I said, poor Leo, he's not happy. So, hey, there's Bridget. All right. Well, I think we are just about to we can just get going. It's 10 o'clock. And so I hope everybody's doing well. Happy Thursday. And I'm just here if you guys have any questions or, I don't know, if there's anything you want to talk about. I just don't know. So maybe we can just go ahead and introduce ourselves real quick, just so I know everybody is here, because I know some, but not all. So Lynn, so anyway, I'm Isabel Carballo, and I'm director here at the Regional Planning Council. And then we have Alicia Lopez of council staff. She is our Clean Cities coordinator, and she's helping to mastermind this webinar from her computer. And so Lynn Booker, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Lynn Boucher. I'm with Moffett and Nickel. I'm a proposal manager over there and excited to be here this morning. Thank you for taking the time.
Oh, you're welcome. Lynn, who are you with again?
Moffett and Nickel.
Oh, okay. All right. I know exactly. All right. Perfect. Thank you. And then Rick Miller.
Hey, Isabel, good morning. I'm Rick Miller. I'm with the South Florida Defense Alliance.
All right. Perfect. Lynette,
Hi, everybody. It's nice to see folks. I can't wait till we are able to do a lot of this in person. I'm Lynette in the Miami office. I'm the Director of Resiliency and Adaptation for Moffett and Nickel.
There you go. Thank you, Lynette. And Laird or Laura, how do you pronounce your last name, Ann?
Laird.
Laird.
Yes. Hi. I am with Cummins Cedarburg. We're a coastal and marine engineering company. We're interested in this solicitation and hope to learn a little bit more about it.
Okay.
We also do environmental consulting, sea level rise, climate vulnerability assessments, and a lot of the same kinds of things you guys are looking for in this RFP. So, and I'm here with Kat Olnick, who I will just pass that over. I'll let her talk a little bit more and introduce herself.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Ann.
Sure. So I'll jump in now. Kat Olnick, marketing manager with Cummins Cedarburg Coastal and Marine Engineering. And like Ann said, we're really interested in these services. They fall right aligned with a lot of the things that we do.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you for coming. Robert, how do you pronounce your last name?
It's pronounced Hiller. I know that's weird, but it is what it is. Yeah, good morning, Robert Hiller. I'm with Moffett Nickel as well. Recent hire, just retired from the Coast Guard.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Okay, thank you. Kathy?
Good morning, Kathy Forster, planner with GS FinTech Consultants. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Ellen Ashford?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ellen Ashford. I'm with South Florida Engineering and Consulting. We're very excited about the solicitation, and it's nice to meet everybody.
Okay, great. Thank you. Bridget?
Hi, everyone. I'm Bridget Houston. I'm with the South Florida Regional Planning Council, and I am the Resiliency Planner.
Thank you, Bridget. Christina?
Good morning, Christina Miskus with the South Florida Regional Planning Council, Senior Planner.
Right. She's the project manager. So excellent. Well, good morning, everybody, and hope your week's going well. So I am assuming, of course, they say never assume, but I imagine that everybody is familiar with the original RFP and the addendum 1, where I answered a lot of questions that we received. I hope that was helpful. And as you know, a key part of the addendum, and it's updated on our account on our webpage now, is that we changed the dates of the solicitation from the original RFP to give more time. We were really slammed here and not able to respond to the questions we had received by our own deadline. So we thought it was only fair to make sure that we had enough time to give everybody enough time to work. So I'm sorry for that delay. It was not intentional. It's just, as you know, there's only so much you can do at any given moment. We were very slammed. So with that, I'm happy. I don't know if anybody has any general questions or specific questions. I will mention that the meeting's being recorded, and I mentioned you guys know that because all this will be posted online so that it's a fair process for everybody. So we are open to anything that you want to ask. I know we were going to say there was a limited time to submit questions, but I think we should go ahead and extend it through at least this week so that you guys can submit questions if you have more. I'm not really, you can tell I'm very strict and stern about these. I'm sure you know. So just if you have questions, submit them and we'll do our best to answer them. Yes, Lynette.
I do. I have a really specific question because I just wanted to make sure I was reading the addendum and the original RFP correctly. In the addendum on question number 15, we talk about clarifying the level of detail for cost estimate of recommendations, and the answer is the lump sum amount per task is sufficient. So that's clear. But then I want to make sure that as we go back to section 8 of the original solicitation, if you go to section 8, item number B, that's page 18 for you guys.
Okay, let me get there. Section 8, item number B.
Yeah, so when we're talking about that staff availability, that gets down to a level of granularity that's different than the addendum. So I just wanted to make sure that
okay, so I think that this is something, I think what's going to happen is, yeah, that is a lot of granularity, it's true. And part of this is that this type of work is new in the country, so we've been collecting other people's RFPs and putting them together. Yeah. So, and so I think that whatever company is invited to get to the next step, part of the process will be a conversation that's going to get to greater granularity. I think the main intent of this question, Christina Miskus, our senior planner, has a lot of experience in these types of contracts, not this topic so much, but in these big contracts because of our work with the regional transportation authorities. I'm going to look to Christina to tell me if this makes sense. I think that this is not a contract where we're trying, there's a set amount of money available for this contract. So it's not like we're trying to say you have to do it for less. That's not even one of the things. I think it's important. I think that where you put your resources in a lump sum is going to tell us where you expect to put most of your effort.
Correct. Yeah.
And I think the intent of this really, Lynette, is to make sure that if you promise us we're going to have 5 incredible experts, 5 incredible experts, that they're going to have an important role in the project, right? It's not like I'm going to have 5 experts for 1 hour each and then everything else is going to be shipped out to somebody who doesn't know much. So I don't know where the fine line is. I don't think it's of critical importance. I would just say that, for example, we expect these 5 people are going to be working on the project. There are the credentials. They're going to be involved.
Yeah.
That anywhere between 15 and 20% of their time will be spent.
Yeah, and I think
Does that make sense?
and that's actually covered in the org chart section as well, where we're putting how much percent of time we're anticipating folks to be in there. So we have percent of time. It's just that go with the granularity of staff availability for the key personnel. Using only key personnel, you don't reach the total at the end because you have support staff that are going to be working on those particular tasks. So the numbers would be different. So you'd still have your percentages of the time for your key personnel, which is in the org chart. We can certainly place that here as well. But what you'll notice is that that won't add up to your lump sum per task because the tasks always assume personnel that are going to.
Does anybody have a recommendation on the best way to address this? I mean, where would y'all like to, what do you guys think is reasonable, understanding that the goal is to make sure that we have high quality team members and that they're actually involved in the project in more than name? Is that
was that a question to Christina?
Well, I think it's to everybody, but it could be Christina too.
I think it's fair. I think having percent availability is completely fair. And I think having it lump sum is completely fair too. It was just the level of granularity in that specific.
Yeah, so I think we could clarify this.
Match, and then you end up with like, wait, I just really like to follow the letter of what's there, and that letter
I can see where this would be really hard. And then as we get into a negotiation thing, there'll be more detail, because as I try to get, this is an unusual project in that, well, I guess it's not unusual. Christina tells me actually it's not unusual to have multiple RFPs for one project because you're putting together teams. So it's not that unusual. It will require a level of coordination, and that level of coordination will come when we have a consultant team or teams that have been identified, and we all get together and say, okay, now let's go the next step and see how we're going to work together. So, yeah. Good. Does that help?
Well, I'm going to stay on mute and I'll yield to Christina. I think I don't really have more, any other way to place the question.
Would it make sense, Lynette, to indicate in the proposal what percent you expect to be allocated to support staff? And that would indicate, that would make the lump sums make sense. I understand your concern that they wouldn't.
Yeah, that could be a good thing. So these 5 people are going to use 75% support staff miscellaneous, another 25, and then it goes to 100. Okay, that sounds good. Thank you, Christina. Does anybody else have any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. And I want to say thank you for asking that question because it was on my list as well. So that was great. And then I have just a couple of small things. Is that on page 18, for each key personnel, I think it's C, says applicant. Are you looking for us to identify which company from our team that person is associated with? Are you looking for just prime consultant or sub-consultant?
Which one are you looking at, Ellen? Because I'm on page 18, which part of?
So under key personnel, and I apologize, I don't have the sections in front of me. I can pull those up, but it's either section 6 or 8 for the list of things required of key personnel. And it's resume, licenses.
Okay. Let me see if I can get there because I don't see it. It's not it's a different section. So hold on, key personnel. Key project team members experience, is that it?
Yep, I'm pulling it up now so I can look. So it's on page 18 at the very top. It says section 6, key project team members experience, item C.
Item C. Okay, applicant. Okay, key team member title position. I think that, you know what, I think that that's just team member name, title position, applicant. I guess applicant is really just a company name, right?
Okay.
So it would be Mary Smith project coordinator, name a firm, and then your primary office location.
Okay.
Education. Again, you know, I think that as long as you organize, as long as all the information is there and somewhat consistent. So I would, like, if it were me filling this out, I probably would say South Florida Regional Planning Council, we have 5 team members. They're this person, this person, this person, like Christina Miska, senior planner, Bridget Houston, resiliency planner, blah, blah, blah. I would list the team members. And South Florida Regional Planning Council already is the applicant. Primary office location is in Hollywood. In education, I probably would have like a short biographical sketch that lists, or a little, I guess I don't know where the resumes part go to, but I would have something that says why those people are on your team, right?
Okay.
Like
Excellent.
their education, their, you know, what is it that makes these people the best people that you have to put on this project? I think relevant experience is important. I think also one of the things that you guys want to also remember, that one of the things that's of interest to us, because this is different from some of the other military installation resilience review projects that, you know, they just started, like, I guess in the last year or two around the country. So a little different from us, for example, is that we have multiple facilities. So I think anything that talks about how you would coordination of different partners at some point would be good. Because, for example, in Tampa, they're only doing one. They're doing MacDill. But here we're going to be working Homestead. We're going to be working Southcom and Doral, the Naval Station in Fort Lauderdale. So I think relevant experience. I think it helps to show how you might have experience in more complex coordination projects.
Okay. Excellent.
Yes, roles and responsibilities, I think that is clear, and representative projects. And again, so we know that this is a new field of work, but I imagine there may be some firms that are involved in a similar projects somewhere else. I don't know. I do know that the Washington Council of Governments, and I think it's Washington, D.C., I would have to look it up. But anyway, they have one of these MIRRs that it's multiple locations. So I don't know if that helps, but I don't think any of this stuff has to be a painful process, you know? So it's just really understanding who the team members are, what's their experience. I think we're going to be looking for, again, this is new ground, so we're going to be looking for, you know, your best recommendations on what makes sense and how to move forward with this. That's why I purposely included the narrative from the grant in the appendix, as well as the deliverables we promised. Because you guys might say, well, you know, we understand what you said in these tasks, but we think it could maybe move this task a little up, or maybe we need to tweak this a little bit, or you forgot to add this, you know. So I really will be looking for your professional advice. And I want to make sense. I don't pretend to be a resiliency expert, just to know where to find them, which is all you guys. So.
Thank you. There's, I have one more small clarification question.
Sure.
And the same solicitation on page 9, it's under task 2, the deliverables include. We have A through S, but I don't see a deliverable.
S is a typo.
S does not exist. Okay, great.
Yeah, S is the invisible question. No, that's a typo. So.
And then hours by key personnel and by task. So just, we can put our key personnel in there, our heavy hitters, and then our support staff can be lumped together.
Yeah, the same question Lynette had, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I would do it like that. And what I'll do is I'll do like a little second addenda. Bridget can help me write it up, or Christina, we can just clarify that point. In fact, what we might do, Bridget, if you have time in your schedule today, we can just take this recording, do a little bulleted list of topics that were discussed. And then we'll just do a quick addendum, put it on there so other people, first of all, so it's in writing for everybody here, and second, so that other people have access to it as well.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time today, taking
Oh,
the time
you're
to-
welcome. It's my pleasure. I appreciate all of you, believe me. All right, anybody else have any more questions?
This is Kathy with GS Tech. A quick question on delivery. If we would like to deliver it before the 30th, are there staff physically in the office to receive the proposal? Say,
Right,
like next Wednesday?
I think the 30th, because I figured everybody wants to have a nice Thanksgiving. So that's why I didn't make it to wreck everybody's Thanksgiving. So that's why I picked that Tuesday the 30th, but we'll be back in the office on Monday. We're closed Thursday and Friday.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Any more questions? Good. Why, I can see where sometimes you don't want to ask questions in front of other people. So just remember the email is sfadmin@sfrpc.com. And again, thank you. I'll hang out here in case somebody else shows up for a little bit, but that's it. I mean, I really don't have anything to do but answer questions. So if y'all don't have any, then I have nothing to offer. So,
Okay, have a nice day, everyone. Thank you so much again.
thank you. Thank you very much. And we'll post a recording online too.
Thank you.
How exciting. Look at all these talented people that want to help us. So.
Definitely. Would you like us to stay, Isabel, Bridget, and I, or are we
Yeah,
okay
just stay for a
for?
few minutes because we can always talk about other things. I just want to wait because the last time what happened is, excuse me, let me mute myself for a minute. It's my dentist, a very important call. So, yeah, that's it. We have a new board member, Commissioner Keon McGee from Miami-Dade County is taking the place of Commissioner Monastein. So he will be joining us soon. He represents South Dade. He has the seat, I believe, that was held by Commissioner Moss. So I'm sure he will be very engaged in this project as well. Well, I don't know that I don't think anybody else is going to join us. I think we've pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, Isabel, I was just going to tell you you're correct. Keone's in Moss's old.
That's what I thought. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I went there yesterday. I went to Miami-Dade County yesterday. Because remember, so I went to Miami-Dade County yesterday, and I met with Chair Diaz's staff, Roberto Cruz. I think it's Roberto Cruz. I have his card. Let me see.
Gus Cruz.
Gus Cruz, right? Gus,
Yeah.
I met with Gus, and they're very interested. The chair is very interested in this project, and because of Harb and Southcom. So I met with his chief of staff, Isidoro. I didn't realize that Gus is a Marine or a former Marine.
Yeah, well, so's the chair. That's the relationship.
Yes, I know. So anyway, I think they're going to be very hands-on. I invited them to be very hands-on and be part of our, our steering committee and provide guidance and stuff. So they were happy with that. And then at that meeting is when I learned that Commissioner McGee was going to be joining us. So I think that's good.
Yeah. Well, and as we were building the whole consensus for doing this and all of that in the briefings, we reached out to Chair Diaz engaged with him and his staff a couple times one-on-one.
Sure.
Both before we connected with you all, and then after we did that first briefing with your board, he wasn't available that day, so we circled back like the next week and did a one-on-one with him on it.
Yes. Well, that was the plan. I was supposed to meet with him, but they had another. Oh my goodness, Christina was coming our way with a Calusa golf course project. They had many people out there because they want to build something like 500 homes out in Kendall on that Calusa golf cart. Yeah.
I lived there during high school in Calusa, so I'm very familiar with the project, and we still have family friends there.
Yeah. Well, I think it's fair to say that besides Lynette here, who I think asked her question, had it answered, that we can adjourn this meeting now. Anybody who's going to join us would have joined us, I think, by now. Let me see something there. Let me just check.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. And I wish hey, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, because these last couple of years have been absolutely crazy.
You know, my calendar's
I'm like,
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
When I walked in, and because I was looking for this meeting, I went to go to my calendar. I'm like, it's all off. Everything's gone.
we would have hunted you down today for this meeting.
Yeah. Well, Wednesday is my 60th birthday, so wish me happy birthday on that day.
Happy early birthday.
There you go. There you go. All right. Well, everybody have a great old day, and I will see you later. So,
bye, folks.
Bye.
Great question. We'll answer it online. Hey, so Bridget, do you have time to work on that? We'll get the recording from Alicia.
Yeah.
And then maybe do some quick bullets and answer the questions, so we make addenda too, and then get it posted.
Yeah, definitely. I can do that today.
Okay, if you have enough time today, that would be really helpful.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I'll see you later.
Thank you. All right. Bye.